Hi everyone, Carolyn here. It's been a little over a week since I made my last video, and I just wanted to check in and talk a little bit about a thing that I did today, which really in the grand scheme of things is no big deal. It's a pretty minor little occurrence or event, but I feel like a thing that's really easy for people in one group might be is often more difficult and challenging and significant as a result for people in another group, and that we should all kind of acknowledge and celebrate our victories as they come. So that's what I'm doing here, and that's part of what these videos is about for me, I guess, is chronicling those little steps along my path and so on. So today I had my eyebrows waxed. Now, the reason that feels significant, I guess, to me, like a bit of a little accomplishment, is that I was nervous before going into this salon that where I had this done. Now, the place is called Benefit. It's part of a chain, and it's so I'm more comfortable in certain spaces that might be considered kind of female or woman, oriented than others. Like, for instance, across the street from Benefit, there's a MAC Cosmetics, which, even going there initially made me a little nervous, but I think it was made a bit easier by the fact that they have a very LGBT inclusive media image and just kind of actual business philosophy. So I kind of knew going in there that I would be, or I felt confident, I should say, going in there that I would be treated well and treated, with the same kind of respect that they'd treat any other customer. Now, with this place that I went into today, I didn't really know going in, are they used to dealing with trans women? Are they comfortable dealing with trans women? Even if the staff is okay with it, am I going to make other members of the clientele, uncomfortable? And so that's where I run into this kind of conflict between, like, my cognitive, my intellectual belief and my knowledge that, if other people have a problem with me, that is their problem, and, that's, like, I should not let that sort of thing dictate my actions, what things I choose to do, and so on. I mean, I fully understand that and absolutely believe that intellectually, but still, like, emotionally, if I go into a place and I make other people there nervous just by my presence there, by the virtue of me being who I am, even though I believe that it's kind of messed up for them to be uncomfortable with me, I'm still, like, emotionally, I'm going to kind of cringe. I'm going to feel bad that I'm making other people uncomfortable, and I don't want to feel that way, and I shouldn't feel that way. But the reality is that I do, to some extent, and so I just don't like the feeling of making other people uncomfortable. So I went into this place today, and I mean, the staff was great, and I was a little nervous, definitely, and I don't know. So then then I'm not really. I felt at times like maybe I was making some of the other women in there a little nervous, but I can't really be sure, and it's it's not really. It doesn't really do me any good to think too much about it, because I feel like I don't know if it's. I mean, the fact, like, maybe I am making them uncomfortable, which makes me uncomfortable, or maybe I'm just uncomfortable being there because I'm worried about making other people uncomfortable, and the fact that I'm uncomfortable is what makes other people uncomfortable. I mean, you know how sometimes if somebody is awkward and uncomfortable, anxious, or whatever, that can kind of spread a little bit. So, and I try not to be. And anyway, whatever. The point is, I went in there, I did it, and it was fine. And it was good. Like all in all, like after the fact, like I'm totally glad that I did it. I feel good about having done it, and I think that, each time I do something like that, it becomes a little easier for me to do something like that again in the future, which is great. I'm having a little bit of a hard time adjusting to the actual fact of the look because, I've never done anything with my eyebrows before, and so that means many, 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 many years of looking at my face in the mirror and seeing my eyebrows as they've always been up to this point. And so now they have, this kind of more of a pronounced arch to them. And for me, it's just the difficulty and the adjustment to that is that I feel like that arch has that kind of dramatic quality to it that you might see on a cartoon character who is meant to look evil, so their eyebrows are really slanted in a kind of evil, sinister way or something like that. I feel like I'm looking at my own evil twin in the mirror when I see myself. But I know that that's not that's not really how it looks. It's just it's my perception is kind of exaggerating it to comical proportions. So yeah, and now that I've taken that step, I might talk to girlfriends and get any suggestions or advice they might have about other whatever, but not too much because I'm not the type of woman who ever sees myself being high maintenance about makeup or hair or eyebrows or anything like that. I definitely don't want to have to put too much effort into any of that stuff. I like to put a little bit of effort into it, and get as much out of that as possible, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so that's all. I just wanted to touch base and share that little story. And, if you have any questions, comments, whatever, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And hope to see you all again real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye now.